One of the most pristine watersheds on the East Coast is right in our own backyard. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Local Edition. With me this hour is Lisa Auermuller. She is the Watershed Coordinator for the Jacques Cousteau National Estuarine Research Reserve. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. And
some people might find that hard to believe, that some of the most pristine waterways on the East Coast are right here in New Jersey.
Yeah, we're really fortunate. The Mullica River Great Bay watershed is actually relatively undeveloped due to the Pinelands regulations. So the water that flows out of those watersheds and flows into Great Bay is actually considered really pristine.
So how does your organization work to protect these waterways? You're part of a national system.
Right. We're one of 27 national estuarine research reserves around the country. And our mission is to promote informed decision-making through programs like research programs, education programs, and getting people out in the environment and appreciating it through stewardship programs.
Let's get into some of the specifics about how this actually works. Let's first start with research. What are some of the research that you do in order to better understand how the waterways work and then in turn protect them?
Okay, great. Some of the research that we do includes a system-wide monitoring program, and that happens actually at all 27 reserves around the country. And every 30 minutes, water parameters are taken up and down the Mullica River. So things like the temperature of the water, how much salt is in it, which we call salinity, how many floating materials are in it, like the turbidity of the water, how clear it is. So we're doing that every 30 minutes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we can look at that over time and see how our environment's changing, and then compare it to other environments around the country at other reserves.
That's part of the work that you're doing, including monitoring, but let's talk a little bit about the education aspect.
Sure.
How do you take this information and make it interesting and exciting, particularly for kids?
Sure. Well, we have a number of different education programs. We have family programs and public programs where we like to get parents out with their children or grandparents out with their children. It's one of our more popular audiences. But we also reach out to teachers and also a group of people we call local decision makers. So we really feel it's important that people know a lot more about the scientific information in the area. So whether they're enjoying it as a family or they're making decisions about it as maybe a local elected official, they have a much better understanding and appreciation for the natural environment around them.
And that's just part of what you do. You have a visitor center as well where we can come in free of charge.
Right. So we partner with the Tuckerton Seaport in Tuckerton, New Jersey, and we have a exhibit called Life on the Edge, and you can learn all about the different habitats that make up the reserve. And as you mentioned, it's free to the public, open 7 days a week.
In addition to that, you have a classroom and dorm space, meaning that people come and stay to do research.
Right. So our dorm space, again, is located in Tuckerton, New Jersey, as well as an education classroom. We have the capability of distance learning, so we could have an audience in a remote location or a teacher in a remote location and bring them in through the internet. And then we also, as you mentioned, bring people in to stay overnight to either do long-term research projects or teachers who want to be in residence with us for a week over the summer to learn all about the environment, so in turn they can bring it back to their classrooms.
You mentioned summer programs. You have quite a lot in store for the spring and the summer. You're encouraging people to get out and explore the watershed.
Right. One way to appreciate the area and then want to protect it is to learn more about it. So we work with children and with families over the summer. We run watershed bus tours. We run some seining programs. There's nothing like watching a kid pull in a seine net and watching the blue crabs come out. So we do programs like that. And then also throughout the summer, we'll also run some creature features. So talking a little bit about specific critters that are in our estuarine environment and focusing on some crafts and some more learning around those specific critters once a week.
We just have a short time left, but if people are interested in signing up for these programs, they just visit your website. But what do you want people to know about the watershed that's right here?
Even though it's considered one of the most pristine watersheds in the eastern seaboard, it's not going to be that way forever. So we have to really work hard together, everyone, to protect what we have here and to really make a difference. And the little things we do actually really can make a difference over time.
All right, thank you so much, Lisa.
You're welcome.
We've been talking with Lisa Auermuller. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Local Edition.